I have always been someone who really loves writing. Like, even before I could write, I would like scribble on little notebooks, and they would be my like books. I've always wanted to be a writer, and I've always been working on things, and I've always had, poetry I was writing and submitting before like the internet. I would write poetry and submit it to stuff. I would write, essays and stuff, and then of course the internet. I had a blog immediately, and I maintained a blog for many years on different platforms. And when I was in college and like early career, my blog got pretty popular. And one of the things I was writing on my blog was just about my childhood, which was really unconventional and really, really abusive. And I had not gone to therapy yet at that point in my life. I think actually eventually I did start going to therapy while I was still writing the blog. But I was just writing my feelings and getting it out of me and getting it out of my body and being really specific and really graphic, and I wasn't writing for any kind of audience for a long time. And as a result of that, I kind of developed on accident an audience of people who were there as voyeurs. That wasn't all of them. It wasn't even the core of them. But as the audience grew, I realized that that's who was showing up, was people who didn't see me as a person, people who had no empathy for me, and people who also didn't share my experience at all, or if they did, had distanced themselves so far from that experience that they couldn't relate to me in any way. And so I stopped doing that. I stopped like laying my heart out for people on the internet. And some of the more graphic blogs I just deleted entirely. And since then, which has been about 10 years, I've been developing a voice that speaks exclusively to my community. That doesn't mean that people who aren't like me can't read my stuff, but there is a conversation I am having with people who are survivors, people who are not white, people who are not cisgender, people who are not straight, right? People who are disabled, people who have chronic illness. Those are the people I'm speaking to directly. And other people are free to come and go, but that's not their space. And because of that, I feel like I'm ready to write a book now, but I also don't think I know anyone who's written a memoir. And I don't think I know anyone who's written a memoir about like abuse survivorship in any kind of way where I can see myself there, right? Like I want to write a book for other people who are survivors to be able to read it and get something from it, not for people to sensationalize and like exploit my experience.